Hey everybody, welcome. It's Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy here. As always, a very warm welcome. Thanks for tuning in and watching the video today. If you're new to the channel and you haven't watched my videos before, do us a favour, click on that subscribe button down the bottom and that'll be great. And there's also a little bell icon which will give you notifications when I post new videos. So here's the story of today. A mate of mine is an avid collector of old ping putters, real vintage stuff. And I was around his house a few weeks ago and he's got all the putters kind of laid out. It's a really impressive collection, worth a lot of money, some of them. And I said to him, any chance of borrowing a few of them, and I can do a little bit of video down at my academy. So he very kindly lent me a few of his putters. And I've laid them out here against the wall with a little bit of info. I'm going to give you some close-up shots of these in a minute, tell you a little bit about them. Some of these putters date right back to the very early 60s. Now, there's an awful lot of history on the internet about Karsten Solheim, the man behind ping putters, and how he first designed his first putter in the garage. He was an engineer by trade and he had a little lathe and he designed this putter and he tried to put it out on tour and nobody really took him seriously to begin with. And the original putter, we'll put some pictures up here. The reason the putter, the company's called Ping, is it did make a big ping noise, hence the name. And he started designing putters, one thing led to another. Ping putters became the most popular putters in the world. They've probably won more, well, definitely they've won more tournaments than any other putter. Obviously now one of the biggest golf club equipment companies in the world, you know, making everything. So let's dive in. Let's get you some close-up shots of the few putters I've got here, and then we'll pick a couple out and we'll take them on the putting green and have a little roll with them. So I'm just going to swap cameras over and we'll have a little look, show you what I've got. I hope the sound quality is not too bad on this. I'm on my phone at the moment. Easier to shoot on this handheld and talk to you. So here's some of the putters. Let's start with this end and work our way down to a few. I've got some really old stuff here. This is a Ping B69 BC, late 1960s. It was nicknamed the Hot Dog, and you can kind of see why it was nicknamed the Hot Dog. It's got the sort of the shape of a hot dog here. It's really nice putter. I'm going to have a little roll with this one in a minute. All of these putters were made out of manganese bronze, and the vast majority of them. And I say, this fella here will go back into the very early 60s. It's got the original shaft in here, but it has been re-gripped. And a lot of these putters are around about sort of 35 inches long. Moving along the line here, we've got some blades. We've got the Ping blade, late 1960s. We've got the A blade down here. I'll show you the heads of them. We'll pull a few of those out. We've got the H blade, got the Z blade, the O blade, L blade. There's a lot of different blades. Let's pick one of these out. Here's the O blade. Original price was $20. Let's get you a little close-up of the O blade. You can tell this one is quite dark. It's called patina. When a putter sort of goes this sort of color, what's happening is the manganese bronze is sort of oxidizing and it goes quite dark, and that one's quite hard to actually even see the name on it. So that's the O blade, 1968 that one was launched. Original price $20. Let's jump forward a little bit. We've got Karsten 3. Let's go to the PAL. Here's a famous putter launched in 1974. This one is used by many tour pros back in the day. Tom Watson apparently, and I think this is right, I'm sure you'll pull me up on it if I'm wrong, Tom Watson won all his majors using a Ping PAL. So they must have sold an awful lot of these. Moving along, we have, these are interesting. These are the Ping Zero range, which was launched in 1973 according to my research. And they did quite a few of these. As you can see, we've got the 0, 01, 02, 03, 04. And they were kind of quite odd looking putters, these. You know, certainly, I remember these as a junior. I remember the assistant pro at the club I played at had one of these, and I was dead jealous that he was using one of these putters. I will have a little roll with one of these. They are really difficult to use. You'll see why. So there's just a few. of this wonderful ping putter collection that my friend owns, and it's just nice to pick them up. There's a little bit of history there, isn't there? And I'm sure many of you watching these videos will have had some of these putters over the years, and it might bring back some good memories. So let's go on the putting green, grab a couple and have a roll with them, yeah? Right, time to give some of these old timers a little bit of a roll. We're going to go with the Ping 69 BC, the one I showed you a minute ago. This is the hot dog. Considering when this was originally made, it does look amazing. As you probably know, all putters are kind of balanced in some form or another. We get face balanced putters, generally mallets are face balanced. We get putters with slight toe hang, and we get putters with big toe hanging. You can see this one's really hanging down. We now know that that can suit a putting stroke which tends to move a little bit more sort of in behind, sort of that way back to squaring in, so like a strong arc. Not always the case, but that's kind of what we've found out. So we have a little roll with it. As I mentioned earlier, all of these putters are 35. A couple of those in this collection are 36. And consider now that the standard length of putter we're using is 34. We're seeing a lot of tour pros using putters at 32, 33. This feels really long. But let's have a little roll with it. I'm on my Huxley putting green here, and I've got about 10 feet away from the hole. Let's have a little roll with it. Boom, in she goes. Straight off. Let's go one more. Just missed it on the right lip. So, still feels great. I mean, considering this thing is over 50 years old, I would guess the major difference with the old putters and the new putters is we don't have any inserts on the face. You don't have any milling and things like that, which definitely I think gets the ball rolling a little bit truer. And sometimes when I'm playing around with these old putters, you almost feel the ball like skidding off the face a little bit. But put a good stroke on it, you'll be rewarded. So that's the 69 BC. The next one I'm going to try was the one I talked about over there. This is the Ping Pal. I mean, after the Answer, this is, I'm guessing, one of their next best-selling putters. As I said, dear old Tom Watson won most of his major titles with this. It's 35 inches long again. And again, the other thing that strikes me about using the old putters is just how light they are in the head. Putters now are much, much heavier. So it does take a little bit of getting used to using the sort of light feeling head. Let's have a little roll with this one. Oh my, as I took that putter away, it wandered around. It felt like there was nothing on the end of the shaft. That was kind of hard to control. Struggling with this one a little bit, folks, to be honest, to put a good stroke on it. Let's go one more. That's better. I think that one's in, just about. So yeah, I think you've got to kind of adjust your stroke a little bit here to compensate for the light feeling head. But obviously, in hands which are much more skilled than mine, you could probably do a lot of damage with this. And the final one I'm going to have a little pop with is one of these zero putters, which you can see is made out of the sort of more silver material. This one does interestingly have some grooves on the face. It's got this big scoop on the back. I think they also did a chipper, if my memory serves me right, in this range, one of the early chippers. This putter's a little bit shorter, feels like about 34 inches. Let's have a little roll with this one. Not holding a great deal, am I? Let's go a couple more. Oh, he's made one. Going to go one more very quickly. He's got another. He's on a roll. So I think it's been fantastic fun for me hitting some of these old putters and playing around with them. It's brought back some boyhood memories even, and I hope it has for you as well. Are modern putters easier to use? Here's a bang up to date Ping putter. I've got here the Sigma 2 Tyne 4. Absolutely, in my mind, you know, with the inserts on the putter, adjustable shaft, a little bit heavier, there's no doubt that the off-centre strikes with the modern putter is much more forgiving than one of these old putters. So I guess back then, you know, were we more precise with the strike? I think we had to be honest. But things have moved on. But the design of the Ping putters to me is amazing. I've got another batch of putters which I'll be getting in next week, which are super rare. I mean, some of these things are, you don't see a lot of them. So I'm only going to have them here for a couple of hours because they need to go back to his secure storage area where he keeps them, but he's going to bring them down and I'm going to have them for an hour or two. But in that lot there are some really rare stuff, so I'll do another video on that. So there you go. Any of you used Ping putter over the years? Any of you look at these and think, oh, I had one of those? Drop me a line. Be fascinated to hear from you. Thanks for watching. All the best. Bye for now.